Attitude of gratitude. Why it's the shortcut to happiness you've been missing. Written and published by MSC Boost. Chapter 1. The Gratitude Mindset. Unlocking the Power of Appreciation. Gratitude is a transformative force that has the power to reshape our lives and unlock a deep sense of happiness and fulfillment. When we actively cultivate a mindset of gratitude, we shift our focus from what we lack to the abundance of blessings that surround us. This simple yet profound shift in perspective can have a ripple effect on every aspect of our lives, from our emotional well-being to our relationships and personal growth. The concept of gratitude is often misunderstood as a fleeting emotion or a polite gesture. However, true gratitude goes far beyond saying thank you or feeling momentarily appreciative. It is a way of life, a conscious choice to recognize and celebrate the good in our lives, even amidst challenges and setbacks. When we embrace gratitude as a fundamental attitude, we open ourselves up to a world of positivity and possibilities. The power of gratitude lies in its ability to rewire our brains for happiness. Numerous studies have shown that practicing gratitude consistently can lead to increased levels of positive emotions, improved mental health, and greater overall life satisfaction. By focusing on what we are thankful for, we train our minds to seek out the good in any situation, creating a self-perpetuating cycle of positivity. Cultivating a gratitude mindset requires intentionality and practice. It involves taking moments throughout our day to pause and reflect on the blessings in our lives, no matter how small they may seem. Whether it's appreciating a warm cup of coffee in the morning, the laughter of a loved one, or the beauty of a sunset, acknowledging these simple joys can have a profound impact on our overall well-being. One of the most powerful ways to cultivate gratitude is through the practice of keeping a gratitude journal. By taking a few minutes each day to write down the things we are grateful for, we create a tangible record of the positive aspects of our lives. This practice not only helps us to focus on the good, but also serves as a reminder of how much we have to be thankful for, even on difficult days. Gratitude is not about denying the challenges or hardships we face in life. Rather, it is about recognizing that even in the midst of adversity, there are still reasons to be grateful. By maintaining a grateful perspective, we develop resilience and the ability to find silver linings in even the darkest of clouds. This resilience allows us to bounce back from setbacks and approach life with a sense of hope and optimism. The benefits of a gratitude mindset extend far beyond our personal lives. When we express gratitude to others, we strengthen our relationships and create a positive ripple effect in the world around us. Acknowledging the kindness, support, and contributions of others fosters a sense of connection and encourages others to pay it forward. By spreading gratitude, we contribute to a culture of appreciation and positivity that can transform communities and workplaces. Embracing gratitude also has a profound impact on our self-perception and personal growth. When we focus on the things we are grateful for, we shift our attention away from self-criticism and negative self-talk. We begin to see ourselves in a more positive light, recognizing our strengths, accomplishments, and the unique qualities that make us valuable. This heightened self-awareness and self-appreciation can fuel our motivation to pursue our goals and live a life aligned with our values. Developing a gratitude mindset is a journey that requires consistent effort and practice. It may feel unnatural or challenging at first, especially if we are accustomed to focusing on what we lack or the obstacles we face. However, with time and dedication, gratitude can become a natural and integral part of our daily lives. By making a conscious choice to appreciate the good in our lives, we open ourselves up to a world of happiness, fulfillment, and endless possibilities. The power of gratitude lies in its simplicity and accessibility. It is a tool that is available to us at any moment, regardless of our circumstances. By cultivating a mindset of gratitude, we can transform our lives from the inside out, finding joy and meaning in even the most ordinary moments. So, take a moment right now to reflect on the blessings in your life, no matter how small they may seem. Allow yourself to feel the warmth and positivity that comes with acknowledging the good, and carry that attitude of gratitude with you throughout your day. Your journey to lasting happiness begins with a single step: embracing the transformative power of gratitude. Chapter 2: Daily Gratitude Practices. Simple Habits for Profound Change. Incorporating gratitude into your daily life is a powerful way to experience the transformative effects of this positive mindset. By establishing simple yet consistent habits, you can cultivate a deep sense of appreciation that permeates every aspect of your being. These daily practices serve as a reminder to pause, reflect, and acknowledge the good in your life, even amidst the chaos and challenges of everyday existence. The most effective way to make gratitude a part of your daily routine is to start a gratitude journal. This practice involves setting aside a few minutes each day to write down the things you are thankful for. It can be as simple as jotting down 3 to 5 items in a notebook or using a dedicated gratitude app on your phone. The act of physically writing down your blessings has a profound impact on your mind, as it forces you to slow down and truly reflect on the positive aspects of your life. When keeping a gratitude journal, it's important to be specific and authentic. Instead of simply listing broad categories like family or health, try to pinpoint specific moments, experiences, or interactions that made you feel grateful. For example, I am grateful for the heartfelt conversation I had with my sister today, or I am thankful for the invigorating morning run that energized me for the day ahead. By being detailed in your entries, you engage more deeply with the emotions associated with gratitude, making the experience more meaningful and impactful. Consistency is key when it comes to reaping the benefits of a gratitude journal. Make it a non-negotiable part of your daily routine, whether it's first thing in the morning, during your lunch break, or before you go to bed at night. Over time, you'll find that the practice becomes second nature, and you'll begin to naturally seek out things to be grateful for throughout your day. In addition to keeping a gratitude journal, there are countless other ways to infuse gratitude into your daily life. One simple yet powerful practice is to express gratitude to others through words and actions. Take a moment to thank someone for their kindness, acknowledge a job well done, or write a heartfelt note of appreciation. These gestures not only uplift the recipient, but also reinforce your own sense of gratitude and strengthen your relationships. Another effective way to cultivate gratitude is to practice mindfulness and presence. Often, we rush through our days on autopilot, failing to notice the small wonders and blessings that surround us. By consciously slowing down and engaging our senses, we can tap into the beauty and richness of the present moment. Take time to savor your morning coffee, notice the vibrant colors of a sunset, or fully engage in a conversation with a loved one. By being present and attentive, you open yourself up to a world of gratitude-inducing experiences. Incorporating visual reminders of gratitude into your environment can also be a powerful tool. Surround yourself with images, quotes, or objects that evoke a sense of appreciation and positivity. This could be a framed photo of a cherished memory, a piece of art that inspires you, or a collection of natural objects that remind you of the beauty of the world. By creating a visual landscape of gratitude, you trigger positive emotions and keep the practice at the forefront of your mind. Gratitude can also be cultivated through acts of kindness and service to others. When we give of ourselves without expectation of reward, we tap into a deep sense of purpose and connection. Look for opportunities to volunteer in your community, perform random acts of kindness, or simply lend a listening ear to someone in need. By focusing on making a positive impact on others, we shift our attention away from our own worries and cultivate a profound sense of gratitude for the ability to make a difference. It's important to remember that cultivating gratitude is a personal journey, and what works for one person may not resonate with another. Experiment with different practices and find the ones that feel most authentic and meaningful to you. The key is to approach gratitude with an open heart and a willingness to make it a consistent part of your daily life. As you embark on this journey of incorporating daily gratitude practices, be patient with yourself and trust the process. Like any new habit, it may take time to feel natural and effortless. However, with each passing day, you'll begin to notice subtle shifts in your perspective and a growing sense of contentment and joy. The power of gratitude lies in its ability to transform the ordinary into the extraordinary, and by making it a daily practice, you open yourself up to a life filled with abundant blessings and profound happiness. Chapter 3. Reframing Challenges. Finding Opportunities for Growth. Life is filled with challenges, obstacles, and setbacks that can test our resilience and determination. However, it is during these difficult moments that we have the greatest opportunity for personal growth and transformation. By consciously reframing challenges as opportunities for growth, we can shift our mindset from one of defeat and frustration to one of gratitude and empowerment. When faced with adversity, our natural instinct may be to resist, complain, or become overwhelmed by negative emotions. We may feel like victims of circumstance, powerless to change our situation. However, this mindset only serves to perpetuate feelings of helplessness and stagnation. By actively choosing to reframe challenges as opportunities, we take back control of our narrative and open ourselves up to new possibilities. The first step in reframing challenges is to acknowledge and accept the reality of the situation. Denial or avoidance only prolongs the inevitable and prevents us from taking proactive steps forward. Instead, we must face the challenge head-on, with a willingness to confront discomfort and uncertainty. By accepting what is, we create space for growth and solutions to emerge. Once we have accepted the challenge, we can begin to look for the hidden lessons and opportunities within it. Every obstacle carries with it the potential for learning, self-discovery, and personal development. By asking ourselves, "What can I learn from this experience?" or "How can I use this challenge to become a better version of myself?" we shift our focus from the problem to the potential for growth. Reframing challenges also requires a shift in perspective. Instead of viewing obstacles as insurmountable barriers, we can choose to see them as stepping stones towards our goals. Each challenge we overcome becomes a testament to our strength, resilience, and ability to adapt. By embracing challenges as opportunities to prove ourselves and expand our capabilities, we cultivate a sense of confidence and self-belief that carries us through future obstacles. Gratitude plays a crucial role in the process of reframing challenges. When we approach difficulties with a grateful heart, we recognize that even the toughest situations can bring forth blessings and lessons. By focusing on what we have rather than what we lack, we cultivate a mindset of abundance and positivity that allows us to navigate challenges with grace and optimism. One powerful way to practice gratitude in the face of adversity is to look for the silver linings in each situation. Even in the darkest of times, there are often glimmers of hope and beauty to be found. It may be a strengthened bond with a loved one, a newfound appreciation for the simple things in life, or a chance to develop a new skill or perspective. By actively seeking out these silver linings, we train our minds to find the good in any circumstance. Reframing challenges also involves a willingness to let go of expectations and attachment to specific outcomes. Often, our suffering stems not from the challenge itself, but from our resistance to it or our fixation on a desired result. By practicing non-attachment and surrendering to the present moment, we open ourselves up to unexpected solutions and opportunities for growth. We learn to trust in the journey, even when the path is uncertain. It's important to remember that reframing challenges is not about denying or minimizing the pain or difficulty of a situation. It's about acknowledging the reality of the challenge while simultaneously choosing to focus on the potential for growth and transformation. By holding space for both the discomfort and the opportunity, we develop a more balanced and resilient approach to life's ups and downs. As we practice reframing challenges, we begin to develop a growth mindset, a belief that our abilities and circumstances are not fixed, but rather can be developed and improved through effort and perseverance. This mindset allows us to approach challenges with curiosity, openness, and a willingness to learn and adapt. We become more resilient in the face of setbacks, knowing that each obstacle is an opportunity to grow and evolve. The practice of reframing challenges is a lifelong journey, one that requires patience, self-compassion, and a commitment to personal growth. There will be times when it feels difficult or even impossible to find the opportunity in a given situation. In these moments, it's important to be kind to ourselves and to remember that growth is a process, not a destination. By consistently choosing to reframe challenges, we gradually rewire our brains to default to a more positive and empowered perspective. The power of reframing challenges lies in its ability to transform our relationship with adversity. Instead of being defeated by obstacles, we learn to see them as catalysts for growth and transformation. By embracing challenges with gratitude and a growth mindset, we unlock our full potential and create a life of resilience, purpose, and endless possibility. So the next time you find yourself faced with a challenge, take a deep breath and ask yourself, how can I use this obstacle to become the best version of myself? The answer may just surprise you. Chapter 4. Gratitude and Self-Care. Nurturing your mind, body, and soul. Gratitude is not just about appreciating the world around us. It's also about extending that appreciation and kindness towards ourselves. Self-care is an essential component of a grateful and fulfilling life, as it allows us to nurture our mind, body, and soul, creating a strong foundation for personal growth and well-being. When we prioritize self-care, we send a powerful message to ourselves that we are worthy of love, respect, and attention. The practice of self-care is deeply intertwined with the concept of self-compassion. Self-compassion involves treating ourselves with the same kindness, understanding, and support that we would extend to a dear friend. It means acknowledging our humanity, accepting our imperfections, and recognizing that we all face challenges and make mistakes. By cultivating self-compassion, we create a safe and nurturing space within ourselves where we can heal, grow, and thrive. Gratitude plays a crucial role in the practice of self-compassion. When we approach ourselves with a grateful heart, we shift our focus from our perceived shortcomings to the unique qualities and strengths that make us who we are. We learn to appreciate our own journey, celebrate our progress, and embrace our authentic selves. By infusing our self-care practices with gratitude, we create a positive feedback loop that enhances our overall well-being and resilience. One powerful way to cultivate gratitude and self-compassion is through the practice of positive self-talk. The way we speak to ourselves has a profound impact on our emotional state and self-perception. By consciously choosing to engage in positive and supportive inner dialogue, we can transform our relationship with ourselves. Instead of criticizing or judging ourselves harshly, we can learn to speak to ourselves with kindness, understanding, and encouragement. Practicing gratitude towards our bodies is another essential aspect of self-care. Our bodies are the vehicles through which we experience life, and they deserve our utmost respect and appreciation. By focusing on the incredible things our bodies allow us to do, rather than fixating on perceived flaws or imperfections, we cultivate a sense of gratitude and acceptance. This shift in mindset can lead to healthier choices, such as nourishing our bodies with wholesome foods, engaging in regular exercise, and prioritizing rest and relaxation. Self-care also involves setting healthy boundaries and learning to say no when necessary. In our fast-paced, demanding world, it's easy to get caught up in the expectations and needs of others, often at the expense of our own well-being. By practicing gratitude for our time, energy, and personal needs, we empower ourselves to make choices that align with our values and priorities. This may involve declining certain invitations, delegating tasks, or carving out dedicated time for ourselves each day. Incorporating mindfulness and presence into our self-care routine is another way to cultivate gratitude and inner peace. When we engage in activities that bring us joy and fulfillment, such as hobbies, creative pursuits, or spending time in nature, we tap into a deep sense of appreciation for the present moment. By fully immersing ourselves in these experiences, without judgment or distraction, we nourish our souls and reconnect with the inherent beauty and richness of life. Gratitude and self-care also extend to our relationships with others. By surrounding ourselves with supportive, positive individuals who uplift and inspire us, we create an environment that fosters personal growth and happiness. Expressing gratitude to the people in our lives, whether through heartfelt words, acts of kindness, or quality time together, strengthens our connections and enhances our overall sense of well-being. When we approach our relationships with a grateful heart, we attract more love, joy, and fulfillment into our lives. It's important to remember that self-care is not a one-size-fits-all endeavor. What nurtures and rejuvenates one person may differ from another. The key is to tune into your own needs, preferences, and intuition, and to create a self-care practice that resonates with you. This may involve experimenting with different activities, setting aside dedicated time for yourself each day, or seeking the support of a therapist or coach to help you develop a personalized self-care plan. Cultivating gratitude and self-care is a lifelong journey, one that requires patience, commitment, and self-compassion. There will be days when prioritizing self-care feels challenging or even selfish. But it's important to remember that taking care of ourselves is not an indulgence. It's a necessity. By filling our own cups first, we become better equipped to show up fully for others and to make a positive impact in the world around us. Gratitude and self-care are two sides of the same coin, each nurturing and enhancing the other. By infusing our self-care practices with a deep sense of appreciation and compassion, we create a solid foundation for a life filled with joy, purpose, and inner peace. So take a moment today to extend some gratitude and kindness towards yourself. Recognize the incredible being that you are, and commit to nurturing your mind, body, and soul with the love and attention they deserve. Your journey to a more grateful and fulfilling life begins with a single act of self-care. Chapter 5. Spreading gratitude, uplifting others, and creating positive ripples. Gratitude is not meant to be a solitary practice. It has the power to transform not only our own lives, but also the lives of those around us. When we express gratitude to others, we create a ripple effect of positivity that extends far beyond the initial interaction. By uplifting others through our words and actions, we foster a culture of appreciation, kindness, and connection that has the potential to change the world. The act of expressing gratitude to others is a profound way to strengthen our relationships and deepen our sense of connection. When we take the time to acknowledge and appreciate the people in our lives, we send a powerful message that they matter and that their contributions are valued. This simple act of recognition can have a profound impact on the recipient, boosting their self-esteem, motivation, and overall well-being. Expressing gratitude can take many forms, from a heartfelt thank you to a thoughtful gesture or a handwritten note. The key is to be specific and genuine in our expressions of appreciation. Instead of offering a generic thanks, we can highlight the specific actions or qualities that we admire in the other person. By being detailed and authentic in our gratitude, we show that we have taken the time to truly see and understand the impact they have had on our lives. Gratitude also has the power to transform our relationships, both personal and professional. When we approach our interactions with a grateful heart, we create a positive and supportive dynamic that encourages open communication, collaboration, and mutual respect. By regularly expressing appreciation to our loved ones, friends, and colleagues, we build trust, deepen intimacy, and create a sense of shared purpose. In the workplace, cultivating a culture of gratitude can have a significant impact on employee morale, engagement, and productivity. When leaders and team members actively express appreciation for one another's efforts and contributions, they foster a sense of value and belonging that inspires individuals to give their best. By making gratitude a core value in our professional lives, we create a positive and supportive environment that encourages innovation, collaboration, and success. Spreading gratitude in our communities is another powerful way to create positive change. When we express appreciation for the people who make our communities thrive, such as teachers, healthcare workers, public servants, and volunteers. We acknowledge their hard work and dedication. By publicly recognizing their efforts, we inspire others to follow their example and contribute to the greater good. Acts of kindness and generosity are also powerful expressions of gratitude. When we give of our time, resources, or talents to help others, we demonstrate our appreciation for the blessings in our own lives. Whether it's volunteering at a local charity, donating to a cause we believe in, or simply offering a helping hand to someone in need, these acts of kindness create positive ripples that extend far beyond the initial gesture. Gratitude is also contagious. When we express appreciation to others, we inspire them to pay it forward and spread gratitude in their own lives. By modeling gratitude and kindness, we become a positive influence in our families, workplaces, and communities, encouraging others to adopt a more appreciative and compassionate mindset. As more people embrace the practice of gratitude, we create a collective shift towards a more positive and interconnected world. To make gratitude a consistent practice in our interactions with others, we can start by setting an intention to express appreciation regularly. This may involve creating a routine of sending thank you notes, making a habit of acknowledging others' contributions in meetings, or simply taking a moment each day to express gratitude to someone in our lives. By making gratitude a priority in our relationships, we create a positive feedback loop that enhances our own well-being while uplifting those around us. It's important to remember that expressing gratitude is not about seeking recognition or reciprocation. True gratitude is an unconditional offering, given freely without expectation of anything in return. When we express appreciation from a place of genuine love and respect, we tap into the transformative power of gratitude to heal, connect, and inspire. Spreading gratitude is a lifelong practice, one that requires intentionality, vulnerability, and a willingness to see the best in others. It may feel uncomfortable or awkward at first, especially if we are not accustomed to expressing appreciation openly. However, with practice and persistence, expressing gratitude becomes a natural and joyful part of our interactions with others. The ripple effects of gratitude are truly immeasurable. Each expression of appreciation, no matter how small, has the potential to touch lives, change hearts, and inspire others to pay it forward. By consistently uplifting others through our words and actions, we become agents of positive change, contributing to a world that is more compassionate, connected, and filled with love. So, let us embrace the power of gratitude to uplift others and create positive ripples in the world around us. Let us express appreciation freely and authentically, acknowledging the goodness in others and the blessings in our own lives. As we spread gratitude, we not only transform our own lives, but also contribute to a global shift towards a more appreciative and interconnected humanity. The world needs more gratitude, and it starts with each one of us. Chapter 6. Gratitude in the Digital Age. Navigating Social Media and Technology. It's easy to get caught up in the constant stream of digital distractions and virtual connections. While social media and technology have undoubtedly brought many benefits, they can also pose challenges to our ability to practice gratitude and stay present in the moment. However, by mindfully navigating the digital landscape, we can learn to use technology as a tool to enhance our gratitude practice and cultivate authentic connections. Social media platforms have become an integral part of modern life, allowing us to connect with friends, family, and like-minded individuals across the globe. However, the constant comparison and curated highlight reels often presented on these platforms can sometimes lead to feelings of inadequacy, envy, and disconnection. To combat these negative effects, we must approach social media with intentionality and mindfulness. One way to use social media as a tool for gratitude is to actively seek out and engage with positive, uplifting content. By following accounts that inspire us, share meaningful stories, and promote kindness and compassion, we can create a feed that reinforces our gratitude practice. We can also use social media to express appreciation for others, share our own moments of gratitude, and spread positivity to our virtual communities. However, it's equally important to set healthy boundaries around our social media usage. This may involve limiting our screen time, being selective about the accounts we follow, and taking regular breaks from digital devices. By creating space for offline experiences and face-to-face interactions, we allow ourselves to fully engage with the present moment and cultivate deeper connections with others. Technology can also be a valuable tool for enhancing our gratitude practice. There are numerous apps and digital resources available that can help us track our gratitude, send reminders to practice appreciation, and connect with others on a similar journey. By leveraging these tools, we can create a more consistent and structured approach to cultivating gratitude in our daily lives. However, it's important to remember that technology is meant to support our gratitude practice, not replace it. While digital tools can be helpful, the true essence of gratitude lies in the authentic, heartfelt expression of appreciation. We must be mindful not to rely solely on technology to express our gratitude, but rather use it as a complement to our offline practices. Another aspect of navigating the digital age with gratitude is being mindful of the impact of constant connectivity on our ability to be present and fully engaged in the moment. With the constant buzz of notifications, emails, and messages, it can be challenging to find moments of stillness and focus. To counteract this, we can practice digital minimalism, intentionally disconnecting from technology to create space for reflection, introspection, and genuine human connection. This may involve setting specific times of the day to check emails and messages, turning off notifications during meals or social gatherings, and creating technology-free zones in our homes. By being intentional about our digital habits, we can reclaim our attention and cultivate a greater sense of presence and gratitude in our daily lives. In the realm of personal relationships, technology has also transformed the way we connect and communicate with others. While digital tools have made it easier to stay in touch with loved ones across distances, they can sometimes create a sense of superficiality or disconnection. To foster authentic, gratitude-filled relationships in the digital age, we must prioritize quality over quantity in our virtual interactions. This may involve setting aside dedicated time for video calls or phone conversations, sending thoughtful messages or emails that express genuine appreciation, and making an effort to meet in person when possible. By treating our virtual connections with the same care and attention as our offline relationships, we can cultivate a sense of gratitude and closeness that transcends the digital divide. Gratitude in the digital age also extends to the way we consume and engage with information online. With the abundance of news, opinions, and media available at our fingertips, it's easy to get swept up in negativity, polarization, and information overload. To maintain a grateful perspective, we must approach online content with discernment and intentionality. This may involve seeking out reputable sources, engaging in respectful dialogue, and being mindful of the emotional impact of the content we consume. By curating our digital diet with positivity, inspiration, and gratitude, we can create a virtual environment that supports our overall well-being and fosters a more appreciative outlook on life. Navigating the digital age with gratitude requires a conscious effort to use technology as a tool for connection, growth, and appreciation, rather than allowing it to control or consume us. By setting healthy boundaries, leveraging digital resources, and prioritizing authentic human connection, we can harness the power of technology to enhance our gratitude practice and create a more fulfilling, joyful life. In a world that is increasingly digital, it's more important than ever to anchor ourselves in the timeless practice of gratitude. By bringing mindfulness and intentionality to our virtual interactions, we can create a digital landscape that reflects our values, strengthens our relationships, and supports our journey towards a more appreciative and connected way of being. Technology has the potential to be a powerful ally in our quest for gratitude, but it is up to us to use it wisely and with purpose. By finding the right balance between online and offline experiences, cultivating authentic connections, and using digital tools to support our gratitude practice, we can navigate the digital age with grace, resilience, and an ever grateful heart. Chapter 7. Overcoming Gratitude Blocks. Breaking free from negative patterns. Cultivating a consistent practice of gratitude is a transformative journey, but it's not always a smooth path. Along the way, we may encounter various obstacles and challenges that can hinder our ability to fully embrace and express appreciation. These gratitude blocks can manifest in different forms, such as negative self-talk, comparison, limiting beliefs, or a fixation on what we lack. Recognizing and addressing these blocks is crucial for breaking free from negative patterns and allowing gratitude to flow freely in our lives. Negative self-talk is one of the most common gratitude blocks. The inner critic that resides within us can be a powerful force, constantly pointing out our flaws, shortcomings, and perceived failures. When we engage in this type of self-talk, we create a mental environment that is hostile to gratitude. We become so focused on what we believe is wrong with ourselves that we fail to recognize the abundant blessings and positive qualities we possess. To overcome negative self-talk, we must first become aware of its presence. Pay attention to the thoughts that run through your mind, especially in moments of self-doubt or criticism. Once you identify these negative patterns, you can begin to challenge and reframe them. Ask yourself, is this thought really true? Or, what evidence do I have to support this belief? By questioning the validity of negative self-talk, we create space for more positive and appreciative thoughts to take root. Comparison is another major gratitude block. In a world where social media and constant connectivity have become the norm, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparing our lives, achievements, and possessions to those of others. We see curated highlight reels of people's best moments, and may feel like we are falling short in comparison. This type of thinking breeds feelings of inadequacy, envy, and dissatisfaction, all of which are antithetical to gratitude. To break free from the comparison trap, we must actively shift our focus inward. Instead of measuring our worth against external standards or the perceived success of others, we can choose to celebrate our own unique journey and progress. Recognize that everyone's path is different, and what may seem like a highlight for someone else does not diminish the value of your own experiences and accomplishments. By embracing our individuality and practicing self-compassion, we create a foundation for genuine gratitude to thrive. Limiting beliefs are another significant barrier to gratitude. These are the deeply ingrained notions we hold about ourselves, others, and the world around us that constrain our potential and keep us stuck in negative patterns. Examples of limiting beliefs include thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," "I don't deserve happiness," or "life is always hard." When we operate from a place of limiting beliefs, we filter our experiences through a lens of scarcity and negativity, making it difficult to recognize and appreciate the good in our lives. Overcoming limiting beliefs requires a willingness to challenge and rewrite the stories we tell ourselves. Start by identifying the specific beliefs that are holding you back. Then ask yourself, is this belief serving me? And what evidence do I have to support or refute this belief? By questioning the validity of limiting beliefs and actively seeking out evidence to the contrary, we can begin to replace them with more empowering and gratitude-friendly perspectives. A fixation on what we lack is another common gratitude block. When we constantly focus on what we don't have, we create a mentality of scarcity and deprivation. We may feel like we are perpetually falling short or missing out on something better. This type of thinking can lead to feelings of frustration, resentment, and a general sense of dissatisfaction with life. To shift from a fixation on lack to a focus on abundance, we must train our minds to actively seek out and appreciate what we already have. This can involve practicing mindfulness, keeping a gratitude journal, or regularly engaging in activities that bring us joy and fulfillment. By intentionally directing our attention towards the positive aspects of our lives, we cultivate a greater sense of contentment and appreciation for the present moment. It's important to remember that overcoming gratitude blocks is a continuous process. just as negative patterns may have taken time to develop. Replacing them with more positive and appreciative habits requires patience, self-compassion, and consistent effort. Be kind to yourself as you navigate this journey, and celebrate each small victory along the way. When we encounter setbacks or find ourselves slipping into old patterns of negative thinking, it's essential to approach these moments with curiosity and non-judgment. Instead of berating ourselves for struggling, we can choose to view these challenges as opportunities for growth and self-discovery. By approaching our gratitude blocks with a spirit of compassion and a willingness to learn, we create space for transformation and healing. Surrounding ourselves with supportive and positive influences can also be incredibly helpful in overcoming gratitude blocks. Seek out relationships, communities, and resources that uplift and inspire you. Engage in conversations and activities that promote gratitude, self-reflection, and personal growth. By immersing ourselves in environments that nurture appreciation and positivity, we create a strong foundation for cultivating a grateful mindset. Breaking free from negative patterns and embracing gratitude is a courageous act of self-love and transformation. It requires us to confront our fears, challenge our limiting beliefs, and choose a different way of being in the world. While the journey may not always be easy, the rewards are immeasurable. As we learn to overcome our gratitude blocks and cultivate a deep sense of appreciation for life, we open ourselves up to greater joy, resilience, and fulfillment. So, be patient with yourself, trust the process, and remember that every step you take towards gratitude is a step towards a more vibrant and abundant life. With commitment, self-compassion, and a willingness to grow, you have the power to break free from negative patterns and cultivate a life steeped in appreciation and wonder. Chapter 8. Gratitude and Goal Setting. Aligning your aspirations with appreciation. Setting meaningful goals is a powerful way to bring direction, purpose, and growth into our lives. When we have clear aspirations and work towards them with intention, we create a sense of momentum and fulfillment. However, the pursuit of goals can sometimes become a source of stress, anxiety, or dissatisfaction, especially when we become overly focused on the destination rather than the journey. By integrating gratitude into our goal-setting process, we can align our aspirations with a deep sense of appreciation, making the pursuit of our dreams a more joyful and rewarding experience. The first step in aligning our goals with gratitude is to set intentions that are rooted in our values and authentic desires. Too often, we set goals based on external expectations, societal pressures, or a misguided belief that achieving certain milestones will bring us lasting happiness. However, when our goals are not aligned with our true passions and purpose, we may find ourselves feeling unfulfilled, even if we achieve them. To set goals that are genuinely meaningful to us, we must take time to reflect on what truly matters in our lives. What are the values that guide us? What activities or experiences bring us the greatest sense of joy and fulfillment? By asking ourselves these questions and listening deeply to our inner wisdom, we can identify goals that resonate with our authentic selves and contribute to our overall well-being. Once we have clarified our aspirations, we can begin to infuse the goal-setting process with gratitude. This involves approaching our goals with a sense of appreciation for the opportunities, resources, and support that we already have. Instead of focusing solely on what we lack or what we have yet to achieve, we can choose to acknowledge and celebrate the blessings that are present in our lives right now. For example, if our goal is to start a new business, we can take a moment to express gratitude for the skills, knowledge, and experiences that have prepared us for this venture. We can appreciate the people in our lives who believe in us and offer their support, as well as the resources and opportunities that are available to us. By grounding ourselves in gratitude, we cultivate a sense of abundance and optimism that can sustain us through the challenges and setbacks that may arise along the way. As we work towards our goals, it's important to celebrate our progress and acknowledge the small victories along the way. Often, we become so fixated on the end result that we fail to recognize the valuable lessons, growth, and achievements that occur throughout the journey. By taking time to appreciate each step forward, no matter how small, we maintain a positive and motivated mindset. Keeping a gratitude journal specifically related to our goals can be a powerful practice. Each day or week, we can reflect on the progress we've made, the lessons we've learned, and the moments of joy or inspiration that we've experienced. By documenting our journey with gratitude, we create a tangible record of our growth and accomplishments, which can serve as a source of encouragement and perspective during times of doubt or frustration. Integrating gratitude into our goal-setting process also involves maintaining a healthy balance between striving and appreciating. While it's important to have aspirations and work diligently towards them, we must also cultivate contentment and fulfillment in the present moment. By practicing gratitude for what we have and who we are, regardless of our external achievements, we develop a deeper sense of self-worth and inner peace. This balance can be particularly challenging when faced with setbacks or obstacles in the pursuit of our goals. In these moments, it's easy to fall into patterns of self-criticism, comparison, or discouragement. However, by meeting challenges with gratitude, we can reframe these experiences as opportunities for growth, resilience, and self-discovery. When we encounter roadblocks, we can choose to express gratitude for the lessons they offer, the strengths they help us develop, and the new perspectives they provide. By embracing challenges with a grateful heart, we cultivate a growth mindset that allows us to adapt, persevere, and find creative solutions. Gratitude can also help us navigate the inevitable ups and downs of goal setting with greater equanimity. Instead of tying our self-worth and happiness to the achievement of specific outcomes, we can choose to find joy and fulfillment in the process itself. By staying present and appreciative of each moment, we develop a more stable sense of well-being that is less dependent on external factors. Ultimately, aligning our goals with gratitude is about pursuing our aspirations from a place of abundance, joy, and self-acceptance. It's about recognizing that true success and fulfillment come not just from what we achieve, but from who we become and how we show up in the world. By infusing our goal-setting process with appreciation and mindfulness, we create a more holistic and satisfying approach to personal growth. So, as you set intentions and work towards your dreams, remember to anchor yourself in gratitude. Celebrate your progress, find joy in the journey, and trust that each step, no matter how small, is bringing you closer to a life of purpose, passion, and profound appreciation. With gratitude as your guide, you have the power to transform your goals from a source of stress into a wellspring of inspiration, growth, and fulfillment. Chapter 9. Living a gratitude-filled life. Sustaining happiness for the long run. Cultivating an attitude of gratitude is not a one-time event or a temporary state of mind. It is a lifelong journey that requires ongoing commitment, practice, and integration. When we make gratitude a central pillar of our lives, we create a foundation for lasting happiness, resilience, and fulfillment. By weaving gratitude into the fabric of our daily existence, we transform not only our own lives, but also the lives of those around us, creating a ripple effect of positivity and joy. The path to living a gratitude-filled life begins with a conscious choice to prioritize appreciation and thankfulness in all aspects of our being. This means making gratitude a core value that guides our thoughts, words, and actions. When we approach life through the lens of gratitude, we train our minds to seek out the good, even in challenging or difficult circumstances. We develop a habit of focusing on the blessings and opportunities that surround us, rather than dwelling on what we lack or what isn't going according to plan. Integrating gratitude into our daily routines and rituals is a powerful way to sustain this positive mindset over time. This can involve simple practices, such as starting each day with a few moments of reflection on what we're thankful for, or ending each evening by writing in a gratitude journal. By bookending our days with gratitude, we set the tone for a more positive and appreciative outlook, and we create a consistent reminder to stay connected to the good in our lives. Gratitude can also become a guiding principle in our decision-making processes and interactions with others. When faced with choices or challenges, we can ask ourselves, what would gratitude do? By considering how we can approach each situation with a grateful heart, we open ourselves up to new perspectives, creative solutions, and opportunities for growth. We learn to respond to life's ups and downs with grace, resilience, and a deep trust in the journey. In our relationships with others, living a gratitude-filled life means consistently expressing appreciation, kindness, and compassion. It involves being quick to acknowledge the goodness in others, to offer words of encouragement and support, and to celebrate their successes and contributions. By making gratitude a central part of our interactions, we create more positive and nurturing relationships, both personally and professionally. Building a support system of grateful individuals is another key aspect of sustaining a gratitude-filled life. When we surround ourselves with people who share our commitment to appreciation and positivity, we create a powerful network of inspiration, accountability, and mutual support. We can seek out like-minded individuals through gratitude-focused groups, workshops, or online communities, or we can actively cultivate gratitude within our existing relationships by modeling and encouraging appreciative behaviors. Living a life steeped in gratitude also involves embracing a growth mindset and viewing challenges as opportunities for learning and development. When we face obstacles or setbacks, we can choose to approach them with a grateful heart, acknowledging the lessons they offer and the strengths they help us develop. By reframing difficulties as chances to grow, we cultivate resilience, adaptability, and a greater sense of purpose in our lives. Gratitude can also be a powerful tool for self-care and personal well-being. When we practice self-gratitude and appreciate our own unique qualities, strengths, and progress, we develop a more positive and compassionate relationship with ourselves. We learn to treat ourselves with kindness, patience, and understanding, and we create a foundation of self-love that allows us to show up more fully and authentically in the world. To truly live a gratitude-filled life, it's essential to make gratitude a consistent and integral part of our daily existence. This means setting aside dedicated time for gratitude practices, such as meditation, journaling, or mindfulness exercises. It also involves finding opportunities to infuse appreciation into our everyday moments, whether it's savoring a delicious meal, taking a few deep breaths of fresh air, or offering a heartfelt compliment to a stranger. The beauty of living a gratitude-filled life is that it has a ripple effect that extends far beyond our own personal experience. When we embody gratitude and positivity, we naturally inspire and uplift those around us. Our grateful energy becomes contagious, spreading joy, kindness, and appreciation to our families, friends, colleagues, and communities. By living a life anchored in gratitude, we become agents of positive change, contributing to a more compassionate and connected world. It's important to remember that living a gratitude-filled life is a continuous practice, not a destination. There will be days when gratitude comes easily, and others when it feels like a struggle. In those challenging moments, it's essential to be gentle with ourselves, to reconnect with our intentions, and to trust in the transformative power of appreciation. The rewards of living a gratitude-filled life are immeasurable. As we make gratitude a central focus of our existence, we experience greater joy, contentment, and inner peace. We develop stronger, more positive relationships, and we cultivate a deep sense of purpose and meaning. We become more resilient in the face of challenges, more open to growth and learning, and more attuned to the beauty and abundance that surrounds us. So, let us embrace the lifelong journey of cultivating gratitude and making it the guiding light of our lives. Let us commit to the daily practice of appreciation, to the ongoing integration of thankfulness into our thoughts, words, and actions. And let us trust that, as we live a gratitude-filled life, we not only transform our own experiences, but also contribute to a more loving, compassionate, and joy-filled world.